Welcome everyone to the Quicksilver playthrough against Green Goblin Expert Mode. This is my Quicksilver Aggression deck. This deck is extremely fast, extremely lethal. It is very good for solo builds. Once you get out the upgrades you need, you can literally just destroy the villain super fast. So I'm going to run through the cards quickly and explain what the cards do and the kind of key cards you want to mulligan for and play early on. So right off the bat, your two key cards are Jarnbjorn and Friction Resistance, combined with Quicksilver. So Quicksilver stat-wise is pretty terrible, but because of his ability to, after you use one of his basic powers, ready him once per phase, you can then Friction Resistance ability of, after you ready Quicksilver, ready this card and exhaust it for a physical resource, and then Jarnbjorn to, after you attack, spend a physical resource, deal 2 damage to an enemy. What you're going to be doing is, you're going to be attacking with Quicksilver. If you have any boosts, like combat training, that's going to be even better. Attack with him, spend a resource, exhaust this, S2 damage, ready him back up, ready up Friction Resistance, attack again, spend a resource, trigger Jarnbjorn again, and do massive amounts of damage. So, first of all, obviously you want to get out Jarnbjorn and Friction Resistance, they're your two key cards. Next we're going to go for is probably try and get Combat Training and Reinforced Sinew for the extra attack. Now there's 2 copies of this in here. I know it's 1 per deck, or 1 per player, but you kind of want that card early out if you can. It's very useful. Next up, really good cards to have are Always Be Running. After you get your combo going, your setup, these basically cost 1 and let you trigger his ability to ready him up again. So you're going to basically attack, do his thing once per phase, and then trigger this just for 1 resource, ready up again, and then attack again, trigger Jarnbjorn. Basically, you're going to be doing massive amounts of damage. Now I know he's only got 1 attack, but when you combine with the upgrades and Jarnbjorn, you're going to be doing huge amounts of damage. You can even play down stuff like Reflex and Hyper Perception, +1 defense, +1 fort. When you have her out Scarlet Witch, she is great too when you use one of her basic powers. It's called top card of the encounter deck. Each boost icon is called this way, she gets +1 to that power, so you can have her for extra damage if you get lucky. Double time is good because you can use one of the abilities once or twice, deal 2 damage to an enemy, or remove 2 effect from a scheme. You can do both or 1 twice. That's handy if you have a minion out or a scheme need to get away, pesky scheme. Speed Cyclone is very good against multiple enemies. You can stun X enemies just for the cost of 1 per enemy. It's going to be really handy, especially when playing solo. Even just doing it once against the villain can buy you that crucial amount of time you need to get the last hit in. So, and then also we have the Serval Industries, which is an alter ego action. Exhaust this card, shuffle 2 Quicksilver cards, whose card pal, into your deck so you can get them key copies of Always Be Running, the upgrades back into your deck if you need to. So for the aggression cards, we have Wasp, Sentry, and Hulk as the allies. Because they are all really strong, Hulk does 3 damage, Sentry does 3 damage, Wasp does 3 damage. So as you can see here, and Palm and Sentry, they all cost kind of like a low cost. They're going to be doing maximum damage. We also have Spider Girl too. She only costs 2, but she's good for the minions, and she does 2 damage off 2 costs, so she's pretty good. Moment of Triumph against certain minions, we can attack them, defeat them, and heal 1 damage from your hero for each point of excess damage dealt to that enemy by that attack. We also have Battle Fury, which is good against the minions. You can stack up the cards here and ready your hero, and obviously readying our hero in this build is essential. As for the basic cards, we have a copy of Endurance and Downtime, which just obviously gets extra recovery and extra hit points because he only has 9 hit points and 1 defense, and 3 recovery, sorry. Earth's Mightiest Heroes is a pretty useful card because we all the cards here are Avengers, all the allies, apart from Mockingbird. So we can use this to exhaust an Avenger, to ready an Avenger you control. So obviously we're going to use this to ready up Quicksilver. So if we have out a character such as Spider Girl or Mockingbird, someone quite weak, don't want to use them, we can just exhaust them to ready up Quicksilver, which will trigger Friction Resistance, which will let you trigger Jarnbjorn. It all works in synergy. It all plays off each other's cards. Mockingbird and Nick Fury, just for the Mockingbird's great for stunning, great in solo play, and Nick Fury just because he's just a really good card to have in most situations. 2 copies of Tenacity because we want the extra resources, just in case we need to trigger Jarnbjorn again or Friction Resistance. We also have 3 copies of Adrenaline Rush. This is just an upgrade for 1. Hero action, discard Adrenaline Rush. Your hero gets +1 attack till end of the phase, so that's an important thing at the end of the phase. So we have this in play, or more than 1. We can trigger that, boost up his attack power, and then just go for the mental, insane amounts of damage we can do. the resource cards, and a 1 copy of Queen Carrier, because it's Avenger, and extra resources. And that's it for the build. It's very fast, very aggressive. So you're going to want to get down Jarnbjorn, friction resistance, some allies, and just keep on constantly hitting with Quicksilver, bouncing back, triggering Jarnbjorn, bouncing back, hitting again and again and again. So we're going to go into the gameplay now. So that's the end of the deck review. So, Quicksilver versus Green Goblin on Expert. I'm using the recommended build of Goblin gimmicks. I've got 2 encounter cards here, as the when revealed setup instructions tell me to. 2 threats of the main team to start off with. We have 9 hit points. We get 6 hand size. And the alter ego side is an ability here, so it is discard 2 cards in your hand, then draw 2 cards. You can draw 3 cards instead if Wonder is in play once per round. So, let's begin. So ideally, that's one of the cards I need. I need this and the Jarnbjorn card, the red upgrade. So 5, 6. So I'm going to get rid of Adrenaline Rush, Tenacity, Nick Fury as well actually. Hulk, that's good. Strength is good. Hey, Jarnbjorn. Okay, so we've got 2 of the main key cards for this. So what we're going to do in this deck is we're going to pump up Quicksilver with his upgrades plus stuff like combat training. We're also going to then use Jarnbjorn in play. We're going to attack, generate a resource with friction resistance to pay for this card. Then use either his ability, ready him up, or some card abilities to ready him up, which will then in turn ready up friction resistance, which will then attack again and trigger Jarnbjorn again. So it's going to be quite fun. So first of all, we're going to need to get down friction resistance. It is one of the best cards we can get. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give up combat training for this because it is too good. Jarnbjorn just now isn't too essential. We'll get Hulk down for now. So play Hulk as a good ally. Okay, so go to attack. So obviously his stats are quite terrible. He only has 1 for all of his fort, attack, defense. But after you use one of Quicksilver's basic powers, fort, attack, or defense, ready him once per phase. So that's important there, it's once per phase, so the player phase and the villain phase. So what we're going to do is, actually we can do this, I didn't realise. We can play Jarnbjorn with exhaust friction resistance to generate a resource for Jarnbjorn. Okay, so what we'll do is, we attack with Quicksilver. It's only 1, but you know, we'll poke away at the villain, just get him down, so down to 7. We will use his ability to ready him up. Ready Quicksilver, you can ready up friction resistance. We have 1 more chance to attack, we're going to do it again. We're going to spend a resource on this. Extra 2 damage, so straight away an extra 3 damage. So already we've done 4 damage. Of course as well, we're going to attack with Hulk. Let's see what card we get discarded. So 3 is down to 11. Oh, that's not too bad. So we kind of need that. That would have been helpful, but at least get extra 2 damage. Okay, extra 2 damage. So it's down to 9. So he's on half hit points in the first very turn, which is pretty good. First aggression build. So we'll run ready up, and we'll see what cards we get next. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, Earthmarty's Heroes. That could be handy, because we could use that to ready up Quicksilver, which will in turn trigger friction resistance, which will let us play friction resistance to play another instance of Jarnbjorn. Max Velocity is good, it helps basically boost up all his stats to the end of the phase, so we can basically give him +2 attack and attack twice. Battle Fury is good for the minions, but there's no minions out so far, but we'll see how it goes. Double Time is a good card. You can use this to do the same action twice. You can do 2 damage to an enemy, or remove 2 threat from a scheme. You can do either one once, or either one twice. And then Serval Industries lets you alter ego action, exhaust this card to shuffle 2 Quicksilver cards in this card pile into your deck, which you might need at some point. Okay, so villain phase now. Step 1, setting the scheme. So he's going to attack. To defend or not? Yes, we'll defend. So defend. It's only 1, but we'll see. Just 1 damage, so take 2. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. Use ability to ready up Quicksilver once per phase, like I say. We've already got 2 encounter cards, so we'll have the first one is Intimidation. Spend 2 resources for any type, but we'll give him 1 face down boost card. So, could do that. Let's use those 2. That'll do. And this is attached to enemy with the highest hit points. Yeah, that's +1 attack. And the last encounter card. Save again. You know what? We'll give him a face down boost card. Just to see what it is. Right, our turn. We'll go for the damage. We'll go straight for the kill. Max velocity. We're going to give him +2 attack till the end of this round. So he has 3 attack. So 3. Trigger Jarnbjorn. It's actually 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once per phase. Ready up again. Do it again. Swing for that. Trigger that. That's 5 again. So stage 2 is defeated on the second turn. Stage 3 is deal 3 encounter cards per player. So this is going to get quite tricky now. We really need to go for the kill here. He has 20 hit points. Hulk can swing for 3. So that's 3 on there. Let's see what card we get to discard. Downtime didn't need that, but extra 2 damage. So that's a 15. We're getting quite close. So ready up. Probably take 1 more hit, then we're done. So that's the boost card. 1, 2, 3 encounter cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sentry, we quite handy. Wasp is good. Go straight for the kill. We get a minion out. We can heal damage. So that'll be good for now. So 1 threat on the main scheme. He is going to attack. Now it's going to be a lot. 2 encounter cards. We have to defend with Hulk. Just take some hits. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that would have been a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Hulk has to go. Now it's time for reveal all his encounter cards. First one, Goblin thrall with guard. Pretty irritating. Second one, assault. He attacks. Still irritating. So defend. So 3, 4. I take 3. 1, 2, 3. Ready him up once per phase. Again, we have Goblin soldier. Still annoying. And Wicked Ambition, Scarlet's card to counter deck, Rex is equal to the villain stage number. Each time Goblin Scarlet's way, choose to take 3 damage, put main into play. So 6 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 goblins. Oh, I'm gonna put them in play, aren't I? I'm gonna put them into play. That sucks. Okay, so it's getting a little bit hard now. So what we're gonna have to do here is let's do that. So we're gonna play Wasp. 1, 2, 3. So she has hit points of 3. Then we're going to do 3. We need to kill that thing. So that plus Jarnbjorn will kill Goblin Thrall. Ready up, ready up. Then we are going to. We'll just have to go straight for the kill, I think. That and that for another 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Wasp can attack, bringing down to 9. That's 9. We're going to flip him over now and just let the scheme go over and just try and have one last final glorious round. We're going to discard this card. I want pure damage. I didn't get the attack boost I need so far, but we'll see what we get. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got the fort increase. Extra hit points. Scarlet Witch will be good to play for his ability. That can trigger with Jarnbjorn. That's an Avenger. Yeah, that's right. And combat training is also pretty good. We don't need that. Adrenaline rush. Okay, so let's see what happens. So 5 on the main scheme. He schemes. That scheme is definitely gone. So we have. It's going to advance by 1, 2, 3, 4 next turn because of all the Goblin minions in play. I guarantee I'm going to get the stupid scheming card next. Really? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Wow. So I've literally got to kill him this. I've got to kill him this turn to win, basically. I don't know if I can. So I I could discard 2 cards to draw 2 cards. Having Scarlet Witch in could really help. Let's go for that. Let's get rid of Adrenaline Rush, get rid of Hyper Perception and Endurance for Scarlet Witch. I don't want to discard Matty's Heroes though, because I can do extra damage with that. I could do 3. Yeah, we should be okay here, so we should be able to kill him off now. We should be okay. So flip him over. So first of all, attack with Wasp. That's 3 damage straight off the bat. So 1, 2, 3, down to 6. Now Scarlet Witch, when you use one of her basic powers, it's got a top card in counter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, she gets +1 to that power for this use. So attack, discard the top card in counter deck. 1, 2, so she gets 3 to her attack. So he's down to 3, and he should be completed. Down to 3. He attacks, pay 1 for Jarnbjorn, and he is gone. And just in case we need to, we can ready him up and do it again. And that's it for this. Well, that's a really quick play. Like Quicksilver, it is a quick playthrough. That was a fast, extremely fast beatdown. Now, ideally, I did want to get out the upgrades. So, obviously, you want to get out combat training. You also want to get out the what I discarded earlier. Reinforce Sinew, so you gain 3 attack every turn, +2 off this. That'll really help you out. Another good thing to do is always be running. So you can basically attack, ready up, pay that, ready up, attack again, trigger Jarnbjorn, trigger that with Matty's Heroes, a sort of Avenger you control, which is pretty good. I mean, you can even put in some weak Avenger allies and just exhaust them to boost up his attack power. But that's it for this playthrough. I mean, next turn I would have probably been dead, but he is that powerful and that fast. I mean, turn 2, the first stage was defeated, and then, you know, turn 4, it was gone. It's a very, very, very powerful, very fast build. This character is one of my favourites. I will do a Scarlet Witch playthrough soon. I'm trying to figure out a nice build for her to have. I mean, Quicksilver was protection out the box, and I did enjoy that, but I felt like if he had aggression, he'd just lay down the beat down a lot faster. I think protection is more like a multiplayer build. This is a really good solo, very fast aggression build. You can kill the enemy really quickly, go straight for the hit points, ignore as much the scheme, the minions if you really can. Just go for the mulligan hard for these 2 cards, Jarnbjorn and Friction Resistance, and just keep attacking, readying up, attacking. Defend if you can defend if you want to. You're only taking off 1 damage, but because you can ready him once per phase, it doesn't really matter. You can ready up again, and you know, next round you can attack. And that's it for this video. If you want to see another playthrough, another build, if you want to see Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch side by side fighting together, let me know in the comments what you think. Leave a like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that, and thank you for watching.